Welcome to Comcast Local Edition. I'm Donna Richardson, and my guest this hour is Congressman Gerry Connolly, representing Virginia's 11th District. Congressman, it's always a pleasure.
Great to be with you again, Donna.
As I've always teased you, you've been very, very busy since you've been in the Congress. You've been leading the freshmen in the House to work and use a part of the troubled, and here most people probably don't know TARP stands for, the Troubled Asset Relief Program funds. Right. And you and 13 other members have a recommendation to the senior members of the House. And can you explain to our viewers what that recommendation happens to be?
Sure. Well, it's a program that I did not support when I had a chance to vote on it because I did not feel it had appropriate accountability and transparency, and frankly, it was money being used to bail out the big guys, not to really help homeowners stay in their home and help community banks recapitalize. But that notwithstanding, essentially there's about $150 billion of TARP money that has not been spoken for. And then there's another $175 billion that's being repaid to the Treasury from banks that got TARP money. Okay. I want to see at least half of that money used for deficit reduction. I don't want to see us spending it. And that's essentially what we've done in the freshman class with that letter to our leadership saying that ought to be the first claim, deficit reduction. If we do that kind of deficit reduction, it will be the largest single paydown of the U.S. deficit in American history.
Really? And it makes more sense to get rid of the deficit instead of the constant spending moving forward over and over.
There are lots of meritorious claims, lots of programs that could use and probably deserve more funding because they'll have great returns on those investments. But we've got to have a balance. And when you're looking at the kind of red ink we're looking at, that we inherited and that we're now looking at, you've got to address that too. And so that's why I'm saying the first claim has to be in deficit reduction.
Now, in addition to that, you've been very successful in getting money, federal dollars, for Prince William and Fairfax counties. In a short time, you secured $52 million in Pell Grants for District 11, which is to be commended, $5 million to upgrade the electrical grid for Prince William. And now, through the Consolidated Appropriations Act, you've been able to secure some more funding for our area. And what projects are we going to be able to move forward with?
Well, we're looking especially at some transportation projects, a lot more money for the Virginia Railway Express, VRE, which is very important to my constituents in Prince William County, being able to buy more locomotives and more rail cars. So we add capacity to VRE and get people off the roads. We're looking at, for example, being able to start construction on the interchange at Route 1 and Route 123 in Prince William County. Of course, we're already under construction in widening the parkway, Prince William County Parkway, right by the Government Center, which I think is a very necessary and long-awaited improvement. So things are moving, and I think that's really very important. And as you indicated, a lot of money coming to education, not only Pell Grants, but previously from the stimulus bill, as you remember, Donna, over $40 million came to the Prince William County school system, without which, frankly, we would have had to lay off teachers. So I'm very proud of that achievement.
No, and that was a wonderful achievement. Now, we have a little less than a minute left, but you recently attended a clean energy forum with several prominent people, and tell us about what you discussed.
We're joined by Secretary Salazar, the Interior Secretary, and by Governor Tim Kaine, and by former Senator John Warner, who's a dear friend of mine. And we talked about sort of the future of clean energy, the United States getting ready for the Copenhagen Conference on Global Warming, and what steps we could take locally and, of course, at the federal and international level to try to make sure we're deterring greenhouse gas emissions and we're trying to create a clean energy economy from which everybody benefits. And it was a stimulating session, got a lot of interest, and we think we're well positioned as a country and as a community to try to address and tackle this very important issue in our community.
Excellent. Well, Congressman, thank you for coming in and joining us and updating us on all the successes.
Thanks so much.
My guest this hour has been Congressman Gerry Connolly, representing Virginia's 11th District. And if you're interested in what Comcast is doing in your community, go to On Demand and click Get Local. For Comcast Local Edition, I'm Donna Richardson.